There you go, guys. All new wires. Boop. You can see I did the connector pin out. Boom. A little piece of black tape to hold these nice and structural right here so there's not too much movement inside the pin connectors that I made. And then I put those on there, and as you can see I crimped them. This is long enough to go all the way from stator side all the way up to the rectifier. So when the rectifier comes in, direct pin out on the 3 phases, and then good to go. However, I need to go get some paint and sand this down a little bit to get the rest of the black paint that Buddy put on there off, and then we're going to respray this silver before I attach it back to the bike again. Then we'll refill the oil, then we'll connect it all up, and we'll see if this solved my electrical problem. But that's how you properly do things. The proper way. Magic. Poof. Man, we got bikes everywhere. We got bikes in the back of my truck. My personal bike. The other bike I bought. I got too many projects going on right now. I got to try to complete one. Just was installing the turn signals, make sure the lights worked across the board. Hey, those are working good. I just got to wire the black to the black, and so the 2 blacks go together on both sides. And but right now I rebuilt the entire stator system, new voltage regulator, everything. Got the new oil inside, so we're actually getting ready to put all the new stuff on now, direct wire. But first I need to take these positive and negative wires out, this one and this one here, and then we're just going to push the wiring loom back inside of here so that it's out of the way, because we only need those wires right there. So let me get those out of there, and then we'll open up the new gasket and we'll pop that on. Then we can re-oil the bike and put everything back in it. As you can see, I've been setting up the handlebars. I'm still waiting for the carbon fiber that's going right here. I have to repaint a few small things black right here so this will all look fresh. Carbon fiber handles have been put on. And went ahead and moved this entire system down and reworked this a bit so I could actually have a GPS holder on there, because this bike was designed before GPS holders were really kind of a thing. So they didn't have extended clips, right? But I managed to get it to work properly. So I got one locked in there now, we're good, and didn't have to buy the quad lock system. It's a major plus. So I think after this, if this works, then all we're waiting on is plastics. And so I'll probably just put this on the road, to be honest with you. Temporarily, I'll just strap the turn signals up here on both sides, and I can ride this as is, and it's not going to bother me in the slightest to be naked. I got the seat over there. It'll be a comfortable ride. I mean, it shouldn't feel any different. I'll be leaning on the gas tank just like normal. It just won't be any plastics down by my legs. That's it. So, well, I don't mind putting this on the road as is. As long as all the turn signals that I've got all work, brake lights work, everything works. I mean, there's no reason I can't ride it without plastics. It's not going to affect the bike at all. If anything, it'll help it out and keep it cooler. So, but man, I love how this looks. Isn't that sexy? Isn't that sleek? Oh, listen to that. Oh, it's so beautiful. Woo-hoo-hoo. All right, let's pull these pins out. Direct wire. Be back in a minute. All right, on there, you can see the new green gasket. Went right on there beautifully. I'm about to add oil. Ran the wires up through here. Ran it through the very simplest spots that I could. Remember, it's going to be behind plastics. And then I put this back far enough that it was going to take all the tension off the new connectors that I put on there, and then ran that up. As you can see, I disconnected the wiring loom from it. There's just a positive and a negative across the board. Those have been fitted on there really well, and then the 3-phase wires going right into each individual slot. They cannot make contact with each other. They are locked in. Let's add some oil. Let's put all this new oil in there and crank up the bike and see what happens. Let's hope for the best. The last one I put on here caught on fire. We'll see if this one does. Alright guys, I don't know what's going to happen. We're going for it. I got 12.9 volts. Let's see if anything catches on fire. This burned last time. Bad. Let's see if rewiring everything made a difference. Please don't kill me. I don't want to die. Almost out of fuel. That's what this is. I gotta figure out how to put more fuel in it. Ran it dry. Okay guys, I'm choosing a different area. I've got the gas tank set up there with a line leading down to here, so it should start pumping here in a minute, I hope. Yeah, see? You can see it running, the bubble running all the way up. There we go. Let's see if we can get some fuel in this bike. I really need to be monitoring things, so I'm at 12.84 volts. I ran the carbs dry, unfortunately, testing things. So, but I really need to be paying attention to what's happening with the wires and how hot things are getting. So I need to be monitoring my charge as well as how hot stuff is getting quickly. Give it a little bit of a choke. Better fuel though, it doesn't like that old fuel. Idling pretty good. I got the idle set a little high to try to heat up the temperature. I'm waiting for the fan to come on. I want to make sure when the fan comes on that when I throttle blip it, it's handling the power, because right now we're running at like 14.68 volts. Nothing is getting hot. None of the wires are getting hot. None of the rear wires are getting hot. This bike is happy. It's a happy bike at the moment. It sounds happy. bike is ready for plastics. Just watching that jump up and down there. I'm waiting for the fan to come on, which should come on here any second now. I want to make sure while the fan's on that I still can hit the throttle, because before it was just blipping out. It was taking so much power to run the fan that I couldn't actually give it throttle because the stator and stuff wasn't working. So this thing's almost ready for new plastics. That's all that's basically left. Repaint that cover and new plastics. And I finished everything else. All the carbon fiber's going right here. I remounted all this, cleaned it up real good. Custom brake stuff, I mean, happy. Yes, sir.
Are you sure this is okay? You're in country, dude. Live a little. Now she's pretty sensitive, so go easy on the throttle, okay? All right.